Aloha and welcome to Let's Evolve Together. This is your Aries New Moon reading, the first of two Aries New Moons. Yes, that's what's happening this season. It's really rare that you see that. Since new moons symbolize new beginnings, to me, this almost feels like a second chance at a new beginning. That's just the first thing that came to mind was we're getting an opportunity to basically something's coming in, something's rising up within us, some kind of newness, some new project, some new path, some new interest. Um, and the way it looked in the Akashic Records was like basically I had my hand out like this, my palm open to receive, and then a star from the sky fell into my hand, and then I closed it and I like kind of looked around to see who was watching or to see if it was okay or if it was allowed. So to me, this feels like not quite believing it or not quite feeling confident in it yet. There's still some doubt around it. It's like you're feeling this spark and you're feeling this inspiration, but you're not quite sure where to go with it or what to do with it. In fact, before I started the reading, the energy that I got from this new moon was, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Wait, where are we going? It feels like that. It feels like, okay, it's time to go. It's go time. And you pretty much know what's going on, but you don't completely know what's going on. So it's almost like you don't have the whole story. So I feel like with that, it's like we're getting forewarned or prepped with this new moon. And by the time the second new moon comes around, which will be around April 19th, 20th, that'll be like our second chance to really go for it or get going or be more self-assured with it. um that's just how it was feeling. Like it's not like this is a false new beginning, this first new moon. I don't want to give that impression, but it's like such a big shift, such a big switch in direction and energy that we're being prepped for it with this new moon. And by the time the second one comes around, we are more prepared and we're more ready to run with it or to dive in or to make those actual changes. So that's how it feels. That's how it was coming through. There's a little bit of skepticism, I guess, with the first round, and with the second round, I feel like it's more sure-footed. But let's just see what the cards have to say. This is really interesting energy that's coming through, and very exciting because now we are coming into a fire sign, right? We also have the spring equinox, and now we're going to be in Aries season. We're officially in Aries season. So Aries is a fire sign, and it is the very beginning of the astrological year. So it's like that strike of a match. It's the Ace of Wands in the tarot deck, that seed of potential, that creative spark of inspiration. So it is really lighting the fire for something. So basically, what we have here, if you haven't done or watched one of my readings before, is a pick a pile that you are welcome to choose, and I will read at the end. So whichever pile you're intuitively drawn to, you can take the whole reading, to decide. And whichever one you're most intuitively drawn to, hopefully there's some more specific messages in there for you that I will read at the end. So there's about 4 cards in each pile, and it's supposed to just direct you specifically more for what this new moon could be about for you. So hopefully those messages resonate. And on that note, if you ever hear anything in these general tarot or Akashic record readings that doesn't really fit like that doesn't really feel like it fits you or your life, just leave that message for somebody else. There's bound to be another message in these general readings that feels more resonant to you and more supportive and more specific to you. So as they are general, every message may not apply. So just leave those for whoever it does, and try to just tune into the ones that do feel more resonant with you at this time. Okay, so I just wanted to think if that was all the initial messages, and I believe it is. So let's get started with the reading already. So we're going to start with this energy deck, which I absolutely adore, by Kim Kranz. And oh yeah, the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. So I love this deck because it really tunes into the energy that's happening. So I just wanted to go straight to source. Like, what is the energy that's coming through with this new moon? You know, I feel like it goes straight to the underbelly. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to go straight to the underbelly, and then we'll pick more surrounding cards about energy and symbolism and things like that. And then we'll get some specifics through the tarot, and then we'll get the guidance at the end, and then we'll go through the pick-a-piles. So these have been pre-shuffled, the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. So it's almost like, what are we alchemizing at this time, or what's being born or rebirthed or transformed? Here we go. Wow. Ether, the void. I'm going to do another one. So what is coming through or being born from this void? And this just goes to show you how we are at the very beginnings of something, the very seed. And as you know, seeds need to be buried in the soil and make their first sprout in the dark. I feel like that's what this is representing, is that darkness, that void, where the seed almost decides what it wants to become before it becomes it. So I feel like that is the energy that's very present right now with this first new moon. Like I said, there is a little, are you sure? A skepticism. Look at this, more black and white. And look, worms. Oh my gosh, that's so interesting, because here we have basically soil, the void, the dark, and then we have the worms in the soil. We are very much close to source here. We are in source. It's so dark. We're in that yin place where something is created. We're in the womb. And the second card I pulled is so close to that. It's like, okay, we're still in the womb, but now there's movement within the womb. Now there's movement within the soil. So let's go deeper into these messages, because this is really interesting energy. Okay, first, let's just tune in here. Okay, so when I tune in intuitively to the void, the energy that I'm getting first feels like something that is going to be born through the throat chakra. So this could be something coming up from deep within you that wants to be shared with the world. Something creative. So we're in Aries season. We're in the Aries New Moon. This is that creative spark. So you may be a songwriter, a poet, a writer in general of books, a speaker. So this has to do with tuning into our own intuition and our own divinity, and being able to channel straight from source in our own creative capacity, whatever medium that is, and being able to deliver something beautiful to the world through that. So I feel like this is the moment before something beautiful is created, something magical. Okay, so this one, mortification. Let me just tune in here. This is the forming of a vision. This is the forming of a vision. I don't know if you can see that, but there's an eyeball right in the middle. And I feel like there's all this busyness around the eye. So to me, this feels like the churning of the mind, the busyness of the mind as creative ideas start to flow, as you start to get a picture of the vision that you want to create. And then the pieces start moving to support that. So the mechanism starts moving and working together to support the vision. These lines here that are coming out from all this activity feels like the energy that's being generated as a result. And then before it sprouts, like that seed, before it sprouts or before that seedling breaks through the surface of the soil, there's an energy that's coming, that's bursting out from that seed. And I feel like this is that energy. So this is that new moon. So basically, it's when I was feeling in the beginning before I got on, before I pressed record, it was the energy of let's go, let's go, let's go. And then it was this pause and this realization that, wait a minute, where are we going? So what I feel like with this new moon is ideas are being formed, but we're not quite sure of their purpose yet, where they're headed, how they fit into the whole. It's a creative vision, it's a creative spark, but we're not quite sure what life form it's going to take and what it's going to deliver. So that's what this feels like. This feels like pre-birth, creation stage. And I'm so excited to dive into this, but I'm not exactly sure what it is or what it's going to be. So that's what I'm picking up. But there is a strong clarity for it's almost like a strong clarity for the connection that you have to source. It's like you feel such a clarity in your own connection internally to your own creative power. The eye is wide open. That connection you're so confident in, you're not as concerned about what wants to be birthed or come through because the channel is clear and strong. So I hope that makes sense, because that was coming through and I was like, how do I word this? But it feels like the vision is there for something powerful to come through, and that is the main ingredient, and that's all you need to be aware of. And the rest will unfold as, naturally as it does. As you create something, it just naturally becomes itself through the mystery. So, that's intense. Okay. Let's get some more specifics on this energy about what is being created or what's coming through. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm still going with energy cards, getting some more symbolism here. What can you tell us about the ether, the void, and mortification? Mortifactio. From the formless to form. So we have Shiva and Shakti here. We have divine masculine, divine feminine. This is an integration and a balance of both. So using our intuition, our inner knowing, combined with our ability to manifest and create. Sacred reverence. So this is a master number because we have 47, which is 11. So you don't break that down when you have a master number. Sacred reverence. Into me I see. So we have two hands that look like the earth holding a key to a heart. These are those stars coming down that I saw landing in the palm of my hand. They looked just like this, kind of small, light stars. I feel like this is keys to the new earth. So what's coming through here is many of us tapping into our creative abilities, our creative powers as creators on this earth plane to start to build the new earth, so to speak, to start to envision and also enact on what that vision is for a new earth. So That's why it's such a mystery, because it's never been done before. And you're busy putting the pieces together in your mind. And that's exactly what I was getting from the mortification card. There's a vision, and you have that. That's clear. That's strong. You feel connected inside. You feel connected to your heart. You feel like you're in a new place in yourself. And something new wants to come through that. And it's almost like new dreams, new hopes are falling down into the hearts and the hands of everyone on earth who's listening, who's awake, and who's ready to create and offer something as part of the new earth paradigm. So how would this earth look under new constructs? You know, how would things play out? How would they feel? And this falls into every category in life. How would businesses be run? How would land be farmed? How would schools work? What would they be like? New schools, different. Because we're different people now. So it's like receiving downloads and information on what the new earth can be and what it's becoming. And each one of us is a creative funnel for those visions and those plans and those strategies. And we are the ones who are interested in bringing this work forward and through, especially in your own life, will be receiving information on what that is and how it's going to play out and how it needs to come through. So I feel like this is really connected. Number 8, into me, I see. There really is something of you that's unique and special and specialized, I'm hearing, that you're recognizing, that wants to be birthed through you. You're into me, I see something within me that I can offer the world. I see something within me that I want to share or that I want to cultivate, even if it's an aspect of your own energy, right? Like a new level of compassion, for instance. I do feel like so much of this is centered around the heart. As you can see, obviously the hands are in the heart shape. There's a heart above the hands. She's got her arm across her chest, almost cradling the heart chakra. This is something that's very close to the heart, very near and dear. And whatever it is that's being created is like a passion. It's a passion pursuit. We're coming into busyness. This is going to be a busy time. This may be the seed of a massive manifestation and creative potential. It is going to bring quite a bit of activity. That's why we've got a number 8 here. There's a lot of energy that's going to come in fast. And it was quite a few months ago, but I had mentioned in one reading, I have no idea which one at this point, but it was kind of this feeling of there's a train coming in the spring, especially in March, later March, which is now where we are. And you are being prepped for it. That's what it was. In the fall, we were getting a glimpse of what this energy was for the spring. We were getting an idea of this new earth energy and what was going to be happening and changing and coming up. And we were being prepped for it. And I was saying, like, when that train comes in the spring, you're going to want to be ready to just jump on. And then remember, I was getting that energy before I started the reading. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wait, where are we going? It's almost like we don't have time to like tie our shoes. We just need to like hop on the train. So there may not be a whole lot of time for details. I'm kind of getting this feeling of it's go time, just trust. There's a lot of trust that needs to happen here with this new moon. I think there's going to be some fear coming up, maybe even some anxiety. So try to stay grounded and in your body and trust the direction that your life is taking you. So Nadia Shah, the famous astrologer, always says, trust your life. because it's so important that no matter what you hear from the people around you or from tarot readers or astrologers or the news or family members, that you always come back to you, your intuition first, and your life and what your life's showing you. And to trust your life first is your best chance at success, because you know your life best and yourself best and what is happening in your own arena. Your arena is the play out of your karma. Your karma is your lessons in your life that you were given to evolve your soul. You are going to be the compass to direct those lessons through that particular karma. So it's almost like you're the captain of, so the train's coming, but you're the captain of the train. I guess that's a conductor. I'm also getting the conductor of an orchestra. So it feels like you're orchestrating this new beginning. At the same time, opportunities are coming from out of the blue, so to speak, that you've been manifesting for a long time. They're not really out of the blue. It's just been a long journey and a long process, to the point where you almost forgot you were wanting to manifest certain things. Those things are going to be showing up and coming in, and you're going to be asked to just jump on the train. And remember, you're driving the train. Okay, so the trust is trust in yourself. It's not even trust in these opportunities or trust in the universe. This is something's coming that you've taken a long time to create and manifest. The only thing left for you to do when it shows up is to trust yourself. And I do feel like that can at times be the hardest thing to do. That can be one of our hardest self requests, is to trust ourselves. So, but there's a key here to your heart that is going to be showing up. And if you're feeling it, if your intuition and your divine compass moves in that direction, I feel like you're going to know, and you just go for it and trust. And only you could know. So that's really interesting. Let me I'm going to put into me, I see. I feel, for me, the new moon, this new moon in Aries feels like a recognition of something of you that wants to come through. And I feel like that's the nugget of the message between the void and mortification and sacred reverence. And the number 8 too, there's something coming through. Okay. And it represents the next level of your growth and your soul's evolution, this opportunity, this new thing coming through, whatever it is. It's sacred to your soul and your journey in this lifetime. Like I said recently in a reading I did on Instagram, it was a real Pluto getting ready to move into Aquarius, huge astrological shift. The last time it happened was 248 years ago. There's some big changes that will be happening, and it feels fated. It feels destined. So it's almost like you're being given the keys to your destiny, and it's just a matter of if you're going to use the key to open the lock or not. That's it. I know that sounds so intense, but that literally is like the energy of the times right now. So it's a powerful time, it's a sacred time, and it's also a magical time because of all those things, because of this fated or destined element to it. Only you can bring through such a magic in your life because you are the one who planned your life before you got here. The people who would be in it, the choices you would make, the places where you would live, etc. So you yourself have the keys to those plans. The clue is your desires. What are you drawn to? That will draw you, that will bring you, I should say, that will bring you to those predestined plans that you made before you got here. You know, for instance, a place to live. You know, do you feel very drawn to it? There may be a reason for that. Same thing with a job or with people. You know, the things that we're not drawn to, we don't care about. We're not interested in. We give that a ton of weight by not going in those directions. So you have to reverse that and say, gosh, I'm really drawn to this type of work. You know, it's all I think about. It's all I study. It's all I do. There's a clue in that passion and in that focus that you naturally have, that affinity that you have toward that one thing. And it's coming up so that you move toward that in your life because it was pre-planned and predestined. So it feels like that. It's that kind of energy. Something that was pre-planned is coming in. Get ready to jump on the train. Okay. I'm going to put my glasses on. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going with this energy. And let's get sacred geometry. And sometimes I read these ones from the book because the writer, I love the way she describes the sacred geometry, and it's really insightful. So what is the sacred geometry for this new moon? I think we're getting an idea of what this is about, which is extremely magical and powerful. So what is the sacred geometry? Okay, we got this recently. We got this, I don't know, a month ago in a reading. I think it was a weekly reading I did. You can see it on Instagram. It's a post. They're wanting me to look at the bottom, the Merkaba number 10. Okay. This is so you've got 62, the Kabbalah, next to Merkaba, which is a 46. Oh, sorry. So this is a 10. This is completion. This is also wholeness. Something's complete, a cycle's complete. This is integration of the masculine and feminine energies within us. There is something totally whole and complete about the Kabbalah as well. Again, we have an 8. Understanding, power, glory, kingdom, foundation, beauty, crown, wisdom, mercy, victory. We are coming into a wholeness of sorts. It's almost like a second incarnation or a second chance at life. Remember, I was bringing up that second chance, which felt more like the second new moon of Aries, but it's tangible here too. It's prevalent here too. You've learned something massive, and it was through your life and your challenges and your life's journey that it was learned. And like you did it. Okay, you did it. And I'm just going to tune into this intuitively a little bit. I feel like this just represents both of these, complete integration of body, mind, and soul in this body, in this life right now at this time. And it just like is so symbolic of your ability to transmute what is difficult and turn it into gold, turn it into valuable spiritual lessons and your evolution. And because of that, you're being given a key to this next incarnation to unlock that door to the potentials and possibilities for that next life. Like you got a whole new life ahead of you. Again, we're getting stars. Not that the Merkaba is the same. It just, the back of the card is also printed with stars. This is hopes and dreams, wishes. This is massive achievement. And I feel like, and I do want to read the Kabbalah. Let's see what she says. I feel like because of this massive achievement, there's this whole, like a whole new earth being given to us, the keys. Okay, you've earned it. You've done it. You've not just through this lifetime, through all lifetimes, building up. Like, is this even the last card of the deck? Okay, no, it almost is. Which can be a sign of completion, but okay. Yeah. Pulling this card suggests that you are in a process of self-actualization and growth. The important point here is exploration of self and spirit and your movement toward wholeness. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the Merkaba. Star tetrahedron. You're connecting with aspects of your being that stretch far beyond your everyday life and promise to put you in touch with your higher self and universal wisdom. You are becoming a seeker of intuitive knowledge. This is no small venture, and it may become a significant part of your life path. Sacred geometry is about shifting individual and planetary consciousness from duality consciousness into unity consciousness. So this is what I'm saying about integration. We move from separation into integration with our consciousness. So this would be moving from third density awareness into fourth density awareness, where we really start to live our lives as if we are connected to everything and everyone around us, because now we see it. Now we're living it. Okay, so basically she's saying sacred geometry is about shifting individual and planetary consciousness from duality consciousness to unity consciousness, which is love, compassion, and heart connection. Feel this movement toward unity and honor this journey of expansion. Be prepared for the adventure of a lifetime as you step into the outer limits of human potential. Yeah, definitely the energy of potential very present here. So this is also getting in touch with multidimensional gifts. And as you move into fourth density awareness, as you evolve and move into fourth density awareness, more of our psychic gifts start to come online, because we're not just relating through our 3D physical bodies anymore. We are more in touch with our chakras and other dimensions, the astral realm, astral traveling, our dreams, our spirit guides. All of this stuff has become so much more tangible, and so much expansion and growth has happened in just the last couple of years. There's been a huge acceleration. So it's like we are moving into fourth density awareness. Many of us have already shifted into that level of consciousness. And now because of that, we're being given the keys to establishing a new earth right here, right now, and the ideas and the creative ideas of how to do that, and which area in life you want to funnel that into. So, wow, this is like an extremely, it's like a reading, like the reading you've always wanted. Like, you did it, new earth is here. You've made the timeline jump. You've done the work. And now it's time to build the new earth, and like, let's get to work. And so you're going to be getting those downloads on how that plays out for you in your life specifically. So it's just like a wow. It's so wow. It's almost unbelievable. And I think that's why I saw the star falling into the hand, and then somebody looking around like, is this real? Did somebody see that? Can I trust this? What do I do with this? It's like, it totally feels like that. All right, what animal energy is coming through at this time? Ooh. We'll do it. We'll do it. We got the cat, intuition, of course. Look at that. We've got the Lyrans here guiding us in the pyramid in the background. Again, a 10, 37. 3 cats here, by the way. It's like what you've known all along is true. And it's going to start showing up physically. And that's why it's so magical. And that's why we look around like, is this real? Like, I just thought this was stuff of stuff of dreams or movies. And of course, she looks like Luna, my little kitty who passed away recently. Luna was all black. So that's nice that she's here. Again, the number 10 of completion. We have the energy of the Netaru, the Egyptian gods and goddesses. We have the energy of the Syrians and the Orions here with the pyramid and the connection to Egypt. So this to me carries the energy of the Syrian mystery schools, which were schools that cultivated our evolution and our growth as humans and as spiritual beings. So you may find yourself interested in more intuitive arts or psychic arts, for instance. There's a draw toward learning like the occult, tarot reading, channeling, astrology, all, energy healing, all kinds of things like that. Really pushing their way forward. So it's the niche, like discovering your niche and putting your energy that way and supporting that, through your life. Whatever your intuition has been guiding you toward. And then freedom, a 24, which is a 6, and the horse breaking through this portal. Literally, he's coming through this portal or this doorway into the new earth. Like, of course, white is the energy of purity, of being cleansed of the past. So that new beginning color, the white, the new start, being pure, right? The brides wear white on their wedding night. So it's that moment where you become brand new. So the horse representing freedom, and also I feel like this card in particular is in support of all the 8s that we're getting, which is with the horse, he's moving forward. There's this fast movement forward. There's something breaking through. And that is what the 8 can bring us in numerology, is fast incoming energy. Uranus, it feels very present and tangible right now. Something coming in quick, a breakthrough inside of you, perhaps, an opportunity that comes into your life, maybe. Something finally happening that you've been working on. It's coming to a culmination or a completion, and you're reaching a new level with it. So there's a new level, a new beginning, and you've been cleansed from the past. There's a new start, a fresh start that you're being given here. And I think the best way to look at it for each of you specifically is, what is your inner compass pointing you toward? And to go that way, even if there's doubt, even if there's skepticism, even if there's, could I, should I, that kind of energy. It's like go time. And the white horse is just like, yeah, move toward it. Don't hesitate. Okay. All right, let's look at the tarot and see. I pre-shuffled these. We'll just do, looks like they don't want to be shuffled anymore. We'll just do a little shuffle and then we'll pull some cards. Okay, what is this new moon in Aries? What does this new moon in Aries want to tell us? What does this new moon in Aries want to tell us? One more. Bottom of the deck. King of Cups. What's in the heart? Yeah, I mean, this is the energy of manifesting something. As you can see, he's churning the waters in the bowl with his finger. Here's the fishies. So we've got Pisces energy here. It's almost like whatever was channeled through you in Pisces season, it's time to act on that now. That's kind of how it feels. So it's almost like, this may feel sudden, this may feel new, but it's actually been brewing under the surface for quite some time. And I think you know that. It's just time for it to come out and be shared. And that's where are you sure? That's where that little self-doubt is still creeping in. So, and this is the energy also of keeping what you know to be true, keeping that close to your heart, and continuing to stand in alignment with that and continuing to live in integrity with that. So the truth of your heart, the truth of your inner knowing, your intuitive guidance and intuitive awareness, keeping that close and allowing that to guide as you try to navigate the physical path into this new venture, whatever it might be for you. This is a whole new playing field, I'm hearing. So whereas before it was very internal and very cultivated inside of you, nurtured and, grown inside of you, this is a new type of growth in the physical realm where it's a whole new playing field once it comes out into the actual 3D world. And what does that look like? And how does it show up? And what does that mean for me now? And how does that change things? So it's very different. In one aspect, it's all inside. And in another aspect, it's all outside. It's going to take on a different form, just like a baby. Like a baby in the womb is completely different than a baby externally. Now you can interact with the baby. You could before as well. So that's not the greatest example. But now you can watch the baby grow. You can watch the baby learn. You can see what it likes and what it doesn't like. What it has a natural affinity to. This thing that you're creating and that you've been envisioning is going to take on a life of its own once it comes out into the physical realm. It has its own energy, and you're going to be getting to know it. How do people respond to it? What does it naturally move toward? How does it want to grow in this world? What groups does it want to be a part of? What culture does it fit in with? It's like it feels so intricate. Like there's so many details to it. And that's why I think it feels like for now, just go with it, because you cannot figure it all out now. There's no way. This thing is like, it really is like creating a city or a world and all the details that go into that. There's no way you could figure that all out in a day or a week or even a year. So you're being given the papers for your next, 30, 50 years of your life. So allow it to take that long. Like this is about the journey, not the goal. So there's an unfoldment here and a growing into and through that is going to be happening. So you can only have that experience through the journey. You can't have that experience by skipping steps and by just getting to the end result. So there's a building that is needing and wanting to happen. So the thing comes in or the thing comes out or the thing culminates, however that happens for you, you go with it, right? You trust. And then as it lives, as it breathes in this world, then the details start to show up. And then you can start working on those smaller details. So it looks to me like sewing or knitting. It's like fine-tuning something. Or orchestrating something, like again, that energy of orchestration. There's a lot of parts, there's a lot of players, and there's a lot of energies. So, how the process of all of that is going to grow you. And that's the real point of all this. It's growing you. Like we reach one level of finishing something, one level of culminating something in our lives. For instance, maybe a whole chapter, maybe a whole book of our lives. And it took that long to get to that point. Well, we're starting a new chapter. We're starting a new book. It's going to take that long to get to the finish for that next book as well. So this is you writing the book. This is all the details that go into the storyline and the plot and the characters and their personalities and how they relate to each other and the adventures they go on, the experiences they have, the people they meet. So you can see how deep and how layered and how nuanced this energy is. And it really does bring this back to mind. There's a knitting together that's happening here that will take decades. That could take decades. So, but that's the joy in it. That's the process of that's where the excitement is, because you don't really know what to expect, and you get to create it as you go. And now with this newfound understanding, a new connection to yourself, and new growth, it's like you get to create in all these new ways from this new person that you are. And how does this person create that I am now? How do they see life? What do they want to bring through? So this is a whole new way of getting to know yourself as well. So the journey is very, very, very important. Wow, look at that. The world. Exactly. Wow. Holy man. Okay. 8 of Wands. Wow. Oh my gosh. 7 of Wands. Wow. 6 of Cups. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so yes, the world. This is like you're getting your papers, like I said. You're getting your diploma. You've graduated. You're done. This is that moment where you're free. And again, we have the horse with freedom, right? This is that moment where you walk out of college with the hat and you throw it in the air. This is that moment. And then there's all these ideas, right, for what's next or where you want to go next, or all the momentum behind where you were trying to get to. You were building your education to go in a specific direction. You've got all that momentum built up to go in that specific direction. So this is that moment where, it's like the maximum inspirational moment where everything is possible. And that's how it feels. Freedom is here, and you're freed from the lessons that you previously learned. You've done the learning, you've done all the classes, and now you're being set free, like off to the races to just go and create, be yourself, do your thing. You've earned it. And now it's time for that next level. So it's super exciting. Again, 8 of Wands. We have 3 8s now, 888. I've been talking about this card the whole reading because the 8s keep coming up. This is fast forward moving motion. I'm surprised the Chariot didn't show up. I wonder if it's nearby. But anyway, it's like this energy of focus, determination, drive, motivation. There can be nothing else. It's just there's so much momentum behind you that you're literally being pushed through to your next level. So it is that moment of birth, that moment of the sprout breaking through the soil. So it's really, really beautiful. So because of all this work you've done, we've got the 7 of Wands. This is really great. You're being very conscious on how you use your energy now. You're being protective even, and that's really valuable. You know your boundaries. You know how you want to use your energy. You know the people you want around you in your life. You know how to keep yourself safe. You know how to do your self-care. You know how to fill your cup. And you're not going to let anyone mess around with that. And that's so valuable. Through that, it's like you're creating your future. As you can see, it almost looks like a crystal ball that she's inside of here. She's got this aura and this energy that's protecting her because her frequency is so high. The energy of the high frequency is what protects her energy also. There's no holes in her auric field. Her energy is strong and vibrant because of all of these things that she's learned. And she's going to protect that. And she's not going to just take any old thing just because it comes along. So there's this energy of use your discernment. There's a lot moving around. At times, you may be drawn to more than one thing. Make sure you go inside, you get grounded, you get clear. Okay, where did I want to go? What is my truest truth? What is my purest truth? Where was I headed? What does this represent for me? So being very clear on what shows up and if it's right for you. Is it resonant for you? Is it part of the plan, the creative plan that you want to bring through? Not that everything has to be part of a plan and specific. In fact, it's better to set the intention of the feeling you want in your life. I want it to feel abundant, and I want to feel like I'm thriving, and I want to feel like emotionally fulfilled, and like I'm doing my work and I'm giving something back, and I'm also receiving and feeling supported in what I do, and so on and so forth. And then see how that shows up. So you set the intention for how you want it to feel, what you want your life to feel like. And then see what comes in, and feel into it. Does this resonate with that dream? Feel into it. You're right now, you're so sensitive and so intuitively aware. Use that empathic energy to guide your way. Sorry, I didn't realize that was blocked. Use your empathic energy to guide your way, because that's your wisdom. And use your discernment as you make your choices, because you've worked so hard to get to this point. You're not going to go backwards now. Don't try to bring the past with you. There's no place here for the past. Now, this is interesting because this is the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups often represents the past and nostalgia and dreams. So this is like, remember when I don't know if you listened to it, but on Instagram, I did a live recording, and it was about the elementals and the fairy realm. And the basis of the recording was, and the reading was, something that was a treasure. It's like something that was very much naturally known to you and a part of your life, and was special, and was just easy for you to connect to, is something's resurfacing. There's a treasure resurfacing. And I feel that with the Six of Cups. There's a part of you that's resurfacing, that's always been there, that you were always aware of. And it's a truth. And it's something you can share with the world. It may look different than it did before. It may show up different, but the essence of it is the same. And it's like resurfacing for you to connect with it and share it in a new way through a new perspective. So I feel like that's why this is coming up. It's almost like bringing forward a piece of you that's been hidden for a long time, that is ready to be shared in your life, in the world, with your environment, with the people and the communities that you're a part of, and everything like that. So it's something you're bonded with naturally. It's like part of your soul frequency. That's what it feels like. I'm going to pull a clarifier, though, just to make sure. Where are they? Here they are. Okay, let's get a clarifier on the world. Let's get a clarifier on the Eight of Wands. That one came out sideways. Let's get a clarifier on the Seven of Wands. Hold on, these are rascally. Whew. And let's get a clarifier on the Six of Cups. Okay. Clarifier. Wow. Okay. So clarifying the world, we've got the Four of Cups and the World in reverse. I think for a while, you're here now, so don't worry. But to me, this is clarifying, like, we weren't seeing an opportunity that was right in front of us. Now, it could have been because we were working through other things, healing other things. But it was like, it feels like it goes back to this idea of like doubt. Like not really seeing how this could matter, or not really seeing your place in it. Because you're being offered a cup here with the Four of Cups from the universe. But there's some resistance. There's some hesitation. Because of that, we were stuck, if this was you, in a cycle. Like there was some stagnation. And you couldn't complete that final cycle until you accepted that cup. It looks like that's what's happened. We've got the world upright. The completion is done. The level has been achieved. Congratulations are all that's left here. So clarifying the Eight of Wands is the Sun in reverse. Yeah, this is, getting the world, having the Sun in reverse and the world in reverse. It's like you weren't seeing the happiness, you weren't seeing the opportunity, you weren't feeling the thriving sort of energy. It feels like all of that is unstuck, especially with the Eight of Wands. There's this fast movement forward. So if this hasn't shifted yet for you, it will. Give it time, let it unfold. Remember, we have 2 new moons. And as I was saying, I feel like that second new moon is almost like a second chance. So give it the month, even into April a little bit. Let things shift and move out. And then also it might help if you find yourself still stuck in this energy. Look around. Is there something that's been trying to get your attention, trying to show up, trying to say, just give it a shot, just give it a chance? If there's something like that in your life, try to open your eyes to it in a new way. We did get on the bottom of the deck the Hangman also in reverse. It could just take, yeah, and of course 6 of Wands, not feeling victorious. It could just take the need to have a new perspective on something to see the value in it. So I know that's tricky because with the mind, you can't force those breakthroughs or realizations. That's why we always say take time out to do your yoga, your meditation, your breath work. Those can really clear the mind, bring in fresh energy. That fresh energy comes in like a wave and can break apart stagnation, which can bring breakthrough and realization. So those tools are so valuable, so important. The sun energy is now coming through. So it's time for this thing to happen. It's time for this thriving to come in. It's time for this shift forward. Let's see what this is. The Knight of Pentacles with the 7 of Wands. Both of these energies are really interesting because neither of them are going anywhere. They're both standing their ground. This could have to do with someone in your life. It's almost like they're still in your energy field. This could be from the past. We do have the 6 of Cups here. Look how similar the colors of these two cards are. I feel like, whatever happened here, how maybe you were stuck emotionally speaking, and could have been in an old relationship or old relationship paradigm. The way of relating in general could have been a pattern you were stuck in. Maybe it wasn't a specific relationship. But there's something in your energy field and you're just not having it. And I think that's a really positive place to be. And I think that's why you're shifting forward. So it's almost like, they're always there with that offer and you're still questioning that offer. And I think it's important to honor what you're feeling on a deeper level with this and to not get emotionally caught in it through nostalgia. That could be something that's coming up. Because you do have grief clarifying 6 of Cups, which is like, feeling regret over the past, could even be guilt, could be just sorrow over what was lost and not really seeing the new opportunity, the new future because you're so caught up in what was. So, give it a chance is what I'm hearing. Give this new level a chance. Give your new self a chance. Give new people a chance. Give new opportunities a chance. Just give life a chance. That's what I'm getting from this. I don't think you're not going to give it a chance. I'm just trying to encourage you to not drop into what was and how that must have been better. Because if it was meant to be, it would still be here now. And you wouldn't be turning your head away from it. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason you're turning your head. There's a reason you're protecting your energy. There's a reason that you're growing stronger. So you've learned something from this. And I think keep that in mind. Okay? Keep that in mind that you've learned something from this. That's the valuable lesson here. Powerful energy there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's that completion and integration that's happened. The lesson did what it was supposed to do, I guess is what I'm saying. So it's that same metaphor where I always say, when you walk up a set of stairs, you don't bring the previous step with you. You just keep walking. They're meant to support you, those steps, as you grow, but they're not meant to like be brought with you into the next steps. There's so much like fondness and love there, but there's going to be new opportunities to experience yourself through love. That's what I'm getting. There's going to be new love coming in, new opportunities to experience yourself through love, and to not give up before you even had the chance, before they've even had the chance. So be open, stay flexible, stay mutable is what I'm hearing. Stay mutable. Okay. All right. Where should we go from here? Let me just feel into this because there's lots of decks over here on my left. They're telling me to pull the animal spirit deck, so I'm going to do that. I think it has to do with the tarot. So what do you want to tell us about this reading here that's come up? Oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, not only are they the same color, I mean, this is actually the same artist, but this deck came later as far as I know. Look at the eye. Black and white, the eye. One more here. The fire ant. You know what I'm getting with all this black and white? And you never hear this, so I'm going to say it because it's funny. Things are black and white right now, okay? I feel like I'm always saying not everything's black and white. There's always a gray area. Things are black and white right now. Things are very clear. Don't muddle it by allowing nostalgia to pull on your ankles. It's not going to serve you right now. The energy of this Aries new moon is wanting you to move forward. It doesn't mean this person, place, or thing is gone forever. You both need a renewal is what I'm hearing. So let's say you're really attached to a place you live. Doesn't mean you're never going to come back just because you're going to move for now, right? Same thing could be with a relationship or a job. It's not to give you false hope. It's to say sometimes these things just need a break. Sometimes you just need to step away to get that new perspective, to shift yourself, to shift your energy, to shift your life, to bring in that thing you've been trying to manifest. If you've been trying to manifest something and going at it just one direction and nothing's happening, nothing's changing, nothing's moving, you need a new tactic. And sometimes you got to break up that energy in big ways. I feel like this new moon is bringing in that big way. So stay open, stay flexible. Again, we have two eyes now. Okay, what is it? What is it, Spirit, with these eyes? What is it with these eyes? I feel like we just got another eye with the Ace of Pentacles. That's amazing. You are about to get an opportunity and it's going to show up physically. It's a tangible thing. This is a pentacle. This is money, opportunity, like a job offer, a new life path, moving. It's a real physical, tangible thing. That's what this new moon is about. And it's going to set your sights higher in a new path, in a new direction, on a new path. So, you know, your eyes are being open to your next best step. And it's like, keep your awareness. I don't even think, you know, even if you were like in half a dream state, I don't think you could miss this opportunity. This is coming in. It's just stay aware. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like the awareness that they're wanting you to inhabit feels more like stay mutable, stay flexible, stay surrendered, stay detached. So when the thing comes in and maybe it doesn't look like how you thought it was going to look, it actually serves the purpose that you were intending it to. But maybe it doesn't look the way you envisioned or something. So it's like, keep your eyes open, stay flexible, stay surrendered, be ready. That's the other thing that's coming through. Be really ready. And then with the crocodile, I feel like this is the energy of like moving. It brings my energy back into the void. It's like moving when no one knows you're moving. Something shifting deep within you. It's like you've had the realization, you've made the decision, you've made the plans, and you've moved all before anyone noticed. This is like stealth mode. That's how it feels through this crocodile card. The crocodile will get what it wants because of all that preparation and because it wasn't made to be anything like a show. It was just an inner process that happened, and then you came to the result. also too, with all this water, it just is like continues with that energy of purification that I was feeling with the white horse. And then, of course, with the Aries New Moon, as I was saying, this is a seed, this is potential, this is that creative spark. That's what you get with all the aces. The aces are the seeds. So if you want to grow this potential, if you want to expand this creative spark, you've got to nurture it and feed it and let it grow over time. The potential has to be taken advantage of. So if this thing comes in and you don't jump on that train, could the opportunity be lost? Who's to say? It may come back around again. Whatever's meant for us will come back. But I don't think you're going to want to miss it. That's how it feels. And that maybe that second Aries new moon does bring the opportunity back around again. Like, hey, it's like the universe coming in and saying, hey, I was being really serious. Are you going to take the bite? You know, it's like that. Okay, so with the fire ant as the second animal card that we got, this is working together for one common goal. So this to me is the energy of building a new earth that we were getting in the beginning with sacred reverence. How can you work together in your community to achieve, I'm getting a spiritual pursuit, a great pursuit, like a new way of living. You know how ants are always working toward their way of living together and building toward, you know, it's really survival, but they're always working together for their immediate environment. And everything in this reading has felt so internal and close to the heart. So this could be like the energy of sticking close to your spiritual clan or your soul group, working together or in tandem with them to create or to enliven this new earth ideas that you're getting, and how you want this to come alive, and your vision, how you want. It's like we all need to work together in this way because we've got Pluto moving into Aquarius, and Aquarius is about the people. It's about the community. It's about bringing power to the people and community. It's not about leaders getting all the power. It's the opposite of that. That was Capricorn energy. And we are coming from Pluto and Capricorn into Pluto and Aquarius. So basically Pluto is going to be shifting in and out of Aquarius and Capricorn for a little bit longer until Pluto is completely in Aquarius, which I believe is in the latter part of 2024. So there's some shifting that's going to be happening. There's some in and out. There's some toes in the water and then toes out of the water, getting a feel for things. How would this work? What would this look like? What would you have to do? What would I have to do? But it's working together. And it's cooperative energy. It's super cooperative energy. And nobody's really getting into their heads about it. Like I said, it doesn't feel dramatic. This feels very deep and very internal. Like I know what I need to do and I'm going to do it just because it's driving me. I can't do anything else. This is what I was put here for. And it feels like that kind of energy. Like this is the destined path, right? The ant is like just works for the whole, works for the community, works for what's best, and does its part. And there's not a whole lot else going on for the ant. It's completely focused and driven. So it feels like that kind of energy, like really not letting anything take you off your path. The past and what was can be one of those things. There's no room here for that. It doesn't mean you can't be nostalgic or have memories. It just means don't sulk in it. Don't sit in it. Don't try to pull it forward into your life. Don't try to re-enliven it. None of that. It's like, let all that go for now, set it on fire, let it transmute, walk in a new way, get a new perspective, fresh start. Remember the white horse, gallop to that sunrise, because that's what this is, and get started on that new journey. Let that thing unfold itself. And, you know, I feel like it's like a pile of laundry. Let it do some work on its own while you focus on this other thing. It's not going anywhere. Karma's not that easy to get rid of, believe me. But let nature do some of the work. Let the universe work on things. Let other people affect it in other ways. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not the only player here. So let the universe do its part. You do this part that you're moving toward next. It's all going to be great. Okay. I feel like we're doing a longer reading today, but absolutely so much details and jam-packed information in here, but I don't want to go too long. So let's get some fun. There's just so many I want to read for you guys. Okay, as if we need the confirmation, but let's see. Crossing a bridge. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. We're moving to the other side. Okay, sacred destiny. Got my hair caught in the deck. Illumination. Wow, I love those two together. She has a lamp and she's being illuminated by the full moon. This new moon is bringing illumination, as dark as it will be, right? It's a new beginning. It's a dawning. It's the full moon here is shining light on the water. It's something's being illuminated here. Something's going to break through. I'm telling you, something's coming. Something's coming. Ooh, gosh, that was loud. I'm so sorry. Oh, love. Maybe new love is coming. Love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. I love that. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself is your salvation. That's gorgeous. Okay. I did that. And okay, let's do final advice. And then we're going to go to the pick-a-piles. Let's see what Spirit says. Okay. What do our star families have to say? This is such a powerful reading. Can you give us trust your path? Wow. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I mean, you cannot even pick a more perfect card. And I'm going to show you something in a second. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. I was just saying that. Break up the energy. Wow. Okay. This is the portal the horse is moving through. This is almost the same doorway. Here's the door. And there it is there. I hope you can see that. And it's trust your path. Just go and trust at the same time. I know that feels scary. Wow, I love that. And there's so much purity, again, with that beautiful white, soft pink turquoise energy. And dance with life. Do something to change your energy. That's beautiful advice. Okay, the Motivation Manifesto deck. Motivate us. The great joys in life come when we are spontaneous and authentic while engaging in activities we care about. And the great miseries come when too many days stack up where we are conforming and posing while doing things we have no passion for. Whoa. Yeah, we just got that. We just got that. It's like we can't play games anymore, you guys. You got to do the thing you were brought here to do, the thing you love. It's time to cross that bridge. And if you don't know what that thing is yet, things are about to get illuminated. Things are about to get clear. Okay, let's see what our ancestors and guides want to tell us right now. What? Ooh, okay. Mirror guarding. Take time to reflect. I feel like we are getting that here with the reflection on the water. There was something else. And wise one, grow within your current situation. Let it evolve you. Yeah, I feel like you know internally you have the wisdom within you, especially because of how much you've grown, to discern and navigate this new journey and to trust the path ahead of you. Use your tools. Bring your tool basket with you. I do feel like we have some time to reflect. I did use that metaphor, like jump on the train when it comes. but and it is coming, but it just feels like, we all got all those messages about use your discernment too, because, use your tools. It was that card of the Seven of Wands where she's protecting her energy. Jumping on a train when it shows up doesn't mean you're uncentered or distracted by being overexcited and making not great decisions. That's not what it means. It means when that thing that aligns with you just right shows up, trust. When the thing that fits, when the thing that's you, that shows up as you, like that's me, that's my thing, that was made for me. And bring your wisdom with you in making those decisions, because that's, you need that clarity. You need that trust in your previous decisions that you've made to make the new decisions that you'll need to be for the new choices that are coming. Okay, last card we'll do, and then we'll do the pick a piles. So message from Ganesh for this reading. What's our final message? Oh, we got this recently. Blessing without borders. In essence, we are living energy flowing through the ocean of human consciousness. Spiritual beings moving through cycles of life, birth, death, and rebirth. We are all interconnected and in communion with each other, no matter how much physical space appears to separate us. Feel the blessed presence of someone you love this moment in your heart. I feel like this is like that fourth density consciousness. We are all one. We are not separate. We all affect each other. Everything you do affects somebody else. That's this fire ant energy. It's about the community. It's about the whole and what you're bringing to it. That's part of this destiny piece for you. And if you need to take time to reflect on how you want to manifest that, there's some big changes and big shifts coming through that are going to allow you to start acting on it. So the wise one within you will show you the way. And it really comes down to what you love, your passion. That's your compass. That's your directive. Okay, so I'm just going to shift these down. Let's do the pick a piles. So if you haven't had a chance yet, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pick one of those. I'm going to flip them over, lay them out, move my hands, and you can take a picture of them, okay? Pile 1, here we go. Your numerology is 41, self-discipline. This is the number 5. So you definitely are being asked to focus right now and to keep aware of how you use your energy and who you let into your inner circle and how different energies affect you. So stay the course, focus, and be very disciplined with the mind is what I'm getting. Observe your mind. If you haven't started a meditation practice, now would be a wonderful time, especially if you've ever had any addictive patterns in your life, not just like alcohol. I'm talking thinking patterns, like negative thinking. Picking up a mantra would help you, like Om Namah Shivaya. That's the Shiva mantra. For you, I feel like this is already the momentum of change with the number 5. To stay on a very focused and disciplined path will get you to that next best step. So Om Namah Shivaya is I bow with respect to my inner self, or Shiva, or consciousness. It's all the same thing. So you can repeat that as you go through your day instead of allowing your mind to wander or pull you into the past or negative energy or criticisms or sabotage or anything like that. 34, Ubuntu, compassion for others. So as you develop compassion for yourself, this will start to grow. Compassion for others will start to grow. 5 and a 7. Wow, transformation. You got another 7. Yeah, you're in the depths of change. That's what I was saying. You're already changing. And you're discovering something so deep and precious. I don't really see you having a problem with self-discipline, but it's like this extra, time. It's like showing you right now, focus. Just focus on yourself. There's something you're cultivating here. Um, let it be birthed. And then don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So yeah, I do feel like you're going through some big changes with the ego. And keep going. Keep going. Keep evolving. I'm going to move my hands so you can take a picture. And then try to see if, like, don't let pride get in your way. Try to cultivate, especially if you're having difficulty with certain people in your life. Try to cultivate compassion, a new level of compassion. And I say that with like a grain of salt because you can't really just, so you can't just say, I'm going to be more compassionate and then there it is. It doesn't really work like that. Compassion for others is a byproduct of your own healing, which brings compassion for yourself. So your own healing journey and transformation brings self-love and self-compassion. Through that depth and that growth and that evolution that you go through that process, you become very compassionate with yourself, and then you automatically gain compassion for others. So keep moving on this path, keep growing, keep going. You're onto something good here, and keep allowing it to unfold in front of you. There's more. That's what it looks like. Okay? So let's keep self-discipline at the top. Okay, pile 2, you ready? Here we go, numerology. Compassion, wow. 99, whew. Master number, okay. Lots of compassion. Another 7, 25, phenomenon. Be still and listen to the spirits. So you are definitely channeling or a channeler. I feel like there's a lot of spirit guides around you, or pay attention in your waking state, but also your dreams. There's messages that are trying to come through to help direct you right now. So be aware. It was like all those eyes open, in the reading that we got. Go with the flow, a 2, because it's a 20. And be still and listen to the spirits. And then you have the water here with go with the flow, which brings me back into Pisces season. Like, tune into that subconscious realm. That would be the dream realm, the deeper energy, your intuitive energy, your connection to your higher self. Bring through those deep messages from the wise one within you. That would be the higher self. Follow their lead. That's what I'm getting with that. And then your moonology is adjustments are required. So maybe they're trying to give you some tips, your spirit guides, your dreams. They're trying to direct you in a certain way. If you want to take a picture. Compassion ending up right in the middle there. I feel like you're getting pulled into the depths of something and to allow that. So you may be needing to go through some kind of healing purge, like just crying it out, writing it out, talking to a therapist or someone you trust. But there's a shift that's wanting to come through, and your guides are really helping you to get to this point where, so maybe you were feeling that energy of the stagnation and they're wanting to help you shift. Okay, so let's put that at the top. Okay, pile 3, here we go. Nature. Another 74, or did we have 47 before? Either way, an 11. Number 7, every pile has gotten a 7. This is that energy of self-reflection or spiritual self-assessment, spiritual assessment. An APOC, a pause in your journey. Yeah, everyone's getting this. Hold up, reflect, right? Take time to reflect. Right before something breaks through or something comes in or something's realized. Pause in your journey. Blessed sight. Yeah, number 28, which is a 10 again. This is that realization. Seeing the truth of something, or reading in between the lines, like using your psychic awarenesses. So pause in your journey, take time to reflect, spend time with nature, spend time in meditation. Everyone's getting this energy of something needs to be realized before that new thing, or that is the new thing, but something needs to be realized for this next level to move forward. Okay, so you got nothing will come of this situation. I always pull another card when I get that to get more specifics. So let me find the deck somewhere. Where's my deck? If I can find it. I got it. All right. What do you want to tell us? Void, of course, moon. Nothing will come of this. Confidence is your key to success, and you are good enough. Okay. So yours could be, you have so much self-reflection. You might be battling, self-criticism or self-doubt quite a bit more than everyone else. So it could be coming up really strongly for you, or this is the part of the healing journey that you're on is, maybe you've come to understand how to work with people and in relationships, and now you're focusing on your relationship with yourself as the last thing holding you back, kind of thing. So I feel like they're like, "Ooh, it's been a lot. Take a break. Go within, feel into your body and into your breath and into spirit, and connect with nature spirits. We are in spring. Spring is coming. The earth is coming alive." And there's messages that have been hibernating in the earth that are wanting to come to the surface to be heard. And I feel like you're sensitive enough, you're aware enough to pick up on those messages, and that will really help you. So if you feel like you're running in circles or hitting a wall, that's what I'm getting for nothing will come of this situation. Stop running. Stop running, take a breath, and you are good enough, and confidence is your key to success. That's what I'm getting for this pile. So I feel like this is like, take a breath and refocus your energy, and almost recognize where you were headed. Recalibrate yourself. Like that other pile got, make adjustments, right? Adjustments are needed. That's what I feel like. Shift a little bit, shift your perspective, and start again. So just a little pause to readjust, to recalibrate, to reorientate yourself toward your goals, to adjust any storylines that are coming up in the mind that aren't helpful or supportive. Shift yourself and then start again. Okay, so you're getting that second chance already coming. So that's what that feels like. Okay. All right, so that was the pick a piles. Let's finish with a card for everyone. Let me just see where I want to pull that card from. We're going to use this deck as ridiculously hard to shuffle, but Healing Energy Oracle, because it feels like before we can move on, there is some healing that's still almost like a Band-Aid that still wants to come through. An extra kiss on the owie. All right. Okay, so what is our final card for this new moon in Aries? For everyone watching, what is that final card? Oh my gosh, freedom through faith. Wow, that's perfect. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. I trust His will and find freedom. His will, her will. Let's be real here. Just kidding. I trust His will and find freedom. Wow, that is just like the perfect culmination to this reading. Freedom through faith. And we had freedom already with the white horse. This whole reading is about trust, faith, believe, go, achieve your, live your passions, do your dream. Nothing's holding you back anymore. But, the truth of it is, so many of us have these old wounds that are wanting to pull us back, and wait, what about me? It's the ego taking its last breath before it, loses that battle of trying to control your life. It's that moment where you say, God's will, not my will. And then the ego realizes its rightful place in your life, not as the ruler, but as the one that is what is that word I'm looking for? It's the one that is the, I don't want to call it a tool, but it's the one that's told what to do and is the assistant. It's the assistant. That was the word I was looking for. The assistant to your life, not the leader of your life. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But to have faith in the bigger picture and this divine plan that is orchestrated for you. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than us. This is a big shift forward for the whole earth. This is a movement. This is a thing. And because we're being asked to do our part, pieces of ourselves are coming up to be contended with, to be looked at, to be loved, to be transmuted, and then ultimately to live this life we're being offered and given. We have to just move forward with faith and trust and think about the details later as we go. To jump right in. So anyway, wow, you guys, what an incredible reading. If you want a personal reading at this time, please go to let'sevolvetogethertarot.com. You can see everything I offer. Tarot, Akashic Record. I can do energy and chakra clearings as well. I'm trying to think of what else is on there. Anyway, go check out the website and book a personal reading today. I would love to do that for you. If you felt like you resonated with this reading, a powerful exchange is to hit the like button, to share the reading, and to subscribe. That would be so wonderful and so helpful for this channel to grow. And I'm so excited. We have some really beautiful, powerful readings coming up this month. So stay tuned for more. And in the meantime, on a daily basis, almost, I can see you over on Instagram at Let's Evolve Together Tarot. Okay? So bye for now, everybody. Namaste.